Talk to Ndizeye. Kenya, where's the vision? Yes, I know. You have freedom. Freedom of speech. It's good. But what I can say, Kenya, you've been distracted. The energy we spend talking about politics, talking about who's become the next president, and we forgot the most important, crucial things to talk about economics. I'm Ndizeye Rubasha, and I speak what other fear to say. I speak about African identity. I speak about African religions that we are God. But today, I want to talk about my second country. I call it second country because my children been born in Kenya and my wife is born in Kenya. I have a huge connection with Kenya. I want to begin with one simple question. Is it Kenya where is it should be today? Economically? For me, the answer is no. But I'm not saying Kenya has nothing. I'm not saying Kenya is poor. For me, my answer, Kenya is not where it should be. It's no. I'm saying that Kenya, it should be better. It should be in a place where it could be another level. Why? Because Kenya has too much potential. Look at the country. Kenya in East Africa has a young population. Kenya has labor force. Kenya has most educated workforce in East Africa. Kenya export labor around the world. Doctors, nurses, engineering, technology talent, entrepreneur, you find them everywhere around diaspora. Geographically, Kenya has some of the best agriculture land. Kenya has the best wildlife and tourism, the best in Africa, in the world. Do you know Kenya has a national park in the capital city of Nairobi? Do even Kenyan young kids knows that? Kenya has the Indian Ocean. Touch the ocean. And the port of Mombasa. Kenya has dams to bring energy, natural energy, to whole East Africa. And Nairobi is the most important city in Africa. It's connected Africa. Kenya, you found Nairobi has all international embassies, international schools, international companies, international supermarket, all they are based in Kenya. Commercialize and license through East Africa, everyone is based in Kenya. Kenya is strategically positioned between Africa and the rest of the world. It's the hub. And the question is, why we continue to talk about Kenya through the developing country? Why with all these riches? Kenya, sometimes they talk is poverty. Where's the poverty? It's a poor mind. That's only poverty Kenya has. It's just poor mind, poor thinking. But it's not poverty of resources or poverty of money. Kenya, the most things now I realize since I've been in Australia for a long time, Kenya is lacking vision. Is lacking vision because Kenya, you got to look what has built before other country come to overtake them. And no one, no even media, talk about that. All the struggle, the big institution, people think, oh, that is okay. That is how it should be. No, that is not how it should be. Let's we go back, my brothers, my sister Kenyans. Let's we go back first, we see how your country, where it has started and where it is. And now, of course, you have to compare yourself. You have to question this question I'm asking myself. Is it Kenya where it should be? I got to give some few big corporations in Kenya. Let's start with Kenya Ways. Kenya Ways was established in 1977 before Qatar, before Emirates, before all these Middle Eastern airline. And look, the name they gave it us. The pride of Africa. And you know, Kenya was inherited a lot when East Africa airline collapsed. Kenya was inherited most. But where is it now? Is it still the pride of Africa? Or just that is word, that is slogan? Since 1977, what his visions? It was only airlines with monopoly the whole East Africa. Why Kenya Airways should be one of the greatest airlines in Africa? Why should Nairobi become one of the world's major connection hub between Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, eventually the America, and everywhere, and Australia? Kenya, geographically, it has everything. Kenya has people, has the labor force. Kenya has built his history. But with vision, we're not going to go far. Kenya Airport Authority. Why I still have that airport? And it's the hub of East Africa. My friends, my brothers, my Kenyans, When you're coming from overseas, when you see where international visitors go through, you got to feel, is it what Kenya Airport Authority should be look like in 2026? Why is that? The lack of vision. Then look, Kenya Railways. Think about this. The railways helped create modern Nairobi. More than a century, Kenya had connection in railway from independence era. Mombasa to Nairobi, Nairobi to Kisumu, Kisumu to Kampala. When you travel there, you see the rail, they are still there. But nothing has happened. Because with no vision, people perish. But we can connect it. We can rebuild it until we change our mind, until we think, until we know our identity we want to be and to have, to own what we desire. We connect the whole East Africa by railway. Imagine what could be. Just going train to Rwanda, to Congo, to Burundi, Kampala, Juba, everywhere. Imagine, look what Kenya has built: agricultural, manufacturing, tourism, easy to transport everywhere to Kenya. Kenya should only be thinking about Kenya. It should thinking beyond East Africa. Kenya should be thinking about becoming the transport gateway of East Africa because you have everything. Do you know Kenya had refinery in Mombasa? Kenya was refining petroleum in 1960. In 1960, Kenya had its own refinery. With no vision, it closed down. With no thinking to come with technology, it closed down. This is the basic which is other countries which have been bigger than now Kenya, they don't have. My question is bigger. In 2026, what is Kenya's long-term energy and industrial vision? I work with my editors in Kenya. They hard work in Kenya, but always there is no power. With this technology era, with this everything now, it's online. But Kenya is lacking power. How can it be that? Where do you want to be in 20 years, 30 years, 50 years? Look at the Nairobi hospital. Kenya has excellent doctors around the world. My family, my father, all they have been come to treating in Nairobi hospital for a long time. Most other prominent leaders in Africa have went passed through Nairobi hospital. But where is now Nairobi hospital? It's just thinking about Kenya instead to go beyond Kenya. Kenya produce high doctors, nurses. All they are going away. All they are exporting away to work away. Last, my mom, when she was sick, we had to go to travel to India. Why? Because you could see Nairobi hospital is losing their standard. Why is that? Now everybody goes to India. Why? the opposition leader, the father of the nation of Kenya, had to go to be treated in India. Why? Why can't it be treated in Nairobi? You remember in 2020, when the COVID time, most African leaders who want to go to Europe, they will be refusing visa. They could even not travel anywhere for their treatment. This is a waking up call for Kenya. Why can't Nairobi become one of Africa's greatest center of medical? Those doctors, those researchers start working for the continent. Kenya has one of the greatest strategy. Kenya has his own port. Kenya have served many inland countries around it. Uganda, Rwanda, South Sudan, and part of Congo. Kenya should be asking how we can make Mombasa the preference gateway of East Africa. Every easy transport from the port of Mombasa. Not for 5 years, for 100 years to come. But in the news in Kenya, with your freedom, what are you talking about? Every Kenya television, every Kenya radio, all your social media. What is the major conversation is there? It's just only politics. Politics which have been toxic for the Kenyans. Gossiping. Kenya being distracted what the news you share to your people. Who support this president? Who's going to be the president in 2020? Which party is going to come? Most party, they don't have vision. They don't have policies. They don't know what is going to become. No one talk about this economic issue we have. I know it's good to have freedom, but also it's good to have also economic power. The economic power is going to be built by you. It's going to be built by medias, social medias, platforms. What the question we should be asking now, where Kenya should be in 2050, not who's going to be the president. Every leader had to think, I am a Kenyan. I am a son of this country. If I'm a son of this country, what should I do? Where do you see Kenya is going to be? Where do you go to see Kenya airport is going to be in 5, 10 years? Where is going to see Nairobi hospital there? With all these doctors graduating, where they should be working? These kids can have power to do the work? My brother and my friend, everywhere in the media, let's bring the question which is matters. Let's bring accountability to the people. Tell people what you have. Well, people in Africa, they don't know they are rich. You don't know what is having there. You don't know your asset. You have to have the system which is working when president is in or when a president is out, when president is sick, when president is traveling. We need to have system working better, working for people, working to be bigger, system working bigger than tribe, system working, not people thinking when election is coming. People keep working, people keep living life, not waiting when his election is coming. And this is what we need. We need African country which is good to welcome diasporas, a place where you come, you live, you enjoy life there as African, as you feel as African. That is why in diaspora we learn from it. This is what I'm bringing back to you, my brother, my sisters. Let's bring our identity. We know Africa is not poor. We have to build Africa for new generation. There are people coming everywhere. You build your freedom there, but we need to build now economic. We need to build a kind of city where everybody enjoy. Everybody have freedom to travel wherever you are. Everybody have capacity to go to hospital. There's too much university there. There's a companies there, but we are still continue to go behind. Why? Because we are following the trend instead to look where we were. Kenya is the most richest country in Africa, in everything. But people live in poverty. I see a lot. The human capital in Kenya. I see geographic in Kenya. I see the agriculture in Kenya. I see tourism in Kenya. I see technology in Kenya. I see the entrepreneurial people in Kenya. I see the port, which is Indian Ocean. I see Nairobi. I see the athlete of Kenya internationally, which they bring the pride of continent. But Nairobi is a city which it can't hold an event yearly. It could be marathon, it could be athletics, it could be anything. A big city like Nairobi, they don't have yearly event. What can I say? The Bible says, where is no vision, the people perish. Maybe that is what Kenya, you should be start thinking now. Where you should be in 2050. My friend, this conversation I'm opening, I'm ready to come to share with you in any platform in Kenya. Let's we change conversation. Let's we build Kenya for the whole East Africa, for the whole diaspora to enjoy, to come, to invest, to live, to enjoy Kenya with Kenyans. My friend, thank you. And continue to support and share this Talk to Ndizeye. As I told you, I speak what other people fear to say.